There are two ways to look at India. The one view says India was born on August 15, 1947. That we are a union state stitched together by a constitution and the British railway system. In this view, patriotism is a contract between a citizen and the government.
और जिस चीज से मुल्क को फायदा नहीं होता है, उस चीज से आकर हमको खुद को भी नुकसान होता है। वो चीज हमें समझ के हमें जो हिंदुस्तान आज सदियों के बाद एक हुआ है और एक मौका मिला है, वो घुमाना नहीं चाहिए।
But there is a second view, a view that says 1947 was just a date on a calendar, that India is not a country but an eternal civilization, that this land is not just a soil, it is a living, breathing entity with a soul. The second view is what Atal Bihari Vajpayee described as a Rashtrapurush. For decades, this poem was just a poetry, but today it has become the anthem of a new assertive India. Why? Why does a poem written decades ago suddenly dominate our social media feeds? Because it answers the biggest question of our times: who are we? Today, we decode the philosophy, the history, and the politics behind the speech that defined the soul of India.
भारत जमीन का टुकड़ा नहीं, एक जीता जागता राष्ट्र पुरुष है।
To understand the weight of these words, we have to go back to one of the most dramatic political background of India. The year is 1996. Atal Bihari Vajpayee is the Prime Minister of India, but he knows his government is about to fall. He has the numbers against him. The opposition is united to remove the Hindu Nationalist Party. In many of his speeches around this era, Vajpayee ji wasn't just fighting for his government, he was fighting for an ideology. While the opposition spoke about secularisms and laws, Vajpayee spoke about Bharatiya, Indianness. He quoted this poem to remind the parliament that government come and go, parties are formed and destroyed, but the Rashtra, which means a nation, remains.
सत्ता का खेल तो चलेगा, सरकारें आएंगी जाएंगी, पार्टियां बनेगी बिगड़ेंगी, मगर ये देश रहना चाहिए, इस देश का लोकतंत्र अमर रहना चाहिए.
Now let's analyze the most controversial claim in the poem. ये भारत कोई भूमि का टुकड़ा नहीं है. Critics often say India was never been a united country before the British rule. It was just varying kingdoms. Long before the British drew lines and long before the Mughals arrived, this land was united not by an army but by a pilgrimage route. Think about it. Adi Shankaracharya more than 1000 years ago established 4 matas, monasteries, in the 4 corners of India: north, south, east, west. He told people to be a complete Hindu, you must travel all 4 of them. Why? He was forcing people from north to travel the south and the people from east to travel west. He was uniting the geography together through faith. So when Vajpayee says, "Iski nadi hamare liye Ganga hai," which means every river is Ganga for us, he is referring to this ancient network. The concept of the Rashtrapurush was built by pilgrims walking the land, not by generals conquering it. Let's look at the specific words used in the viral clip, Rashtrapurush. In Vedic philosophy, the Virat Purush is the cosmic being. Vajpayee applies this to the nation. He implies that India has consequences. When the Himalaya attacks are done, like in Kargil, the whole body feels the pain. Vandan versus Abhinandan. Vandan is what you offer to a god and Abhinandan is what you offer to a guest. He calls India a land of both. It is the place that welcomes the outsider as Atithi Devo Bhava but demands the worship of the insider. Khankar Kankar Shankar hai. This is a masterstroke. It democratizes divinity. You do not need a fancy temple to find God. Every pebble is a Shiva. The audio you hear isn't Vajpayee himself, it is Smriti Irani quoting him.
आज सोनिया जी नहीं है, उनको नहीं बोल सकती. अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी ने शायद ये कहा था कि भारत कोई भूमि का टुकड़ा नहीं है, एक जीता जागता राष्ट्र पुरुष है. अटल जी ने कहा था कि ये वंदन की धरती है, अभिनंदन की धरती है, ये अर्पण की भूमि है, ये तर्पण की भूमि है. इसकी नदी नदी हमारे लिए गंगा है, इसका कंकड़ कंकड़ हमारे लिए शंकर है. हम जिएंगे तो इस भारत के लिए और मरेंगे तो इस भारत के लिए। और मरने के बाद भी गंगा जल में बहती हुई हमारी अस्थियों को कोई कान लगाकर सुनेगा तो एक ही आवाज आएगी, भारत माता की जय।
She recited this during the heated debates regarding the JNU sedition controversy. The slogan allegedly derised there was Bharat Tere Tukde Honge, which means India, you will be broken into pieces. Smriti Irani used Vajpayee's poem as a shield and a weapon to the slogan of Tukde, which is pieces. She replied with Bharat koi bhumi ka tukda nahi hai. India is not just peace. This is why it hit so hard. It is a direct ideological counterattack. It frames the current political narrative as a battle between those who want to break the land and those who want to worship the land. The poem ends with a vow that transcends death. Marne ke baad bhi. It means even after my death, my ashes will whisper Bharat Mata ki Jai. This is the ultimate definition of Indian patriotism. It is not a civic duty, it is a spiritual covenant. Whether you vote left or right, whether you are a religious or an atheist, history shows that this land was survived for 5,000 years because people believed in Rashtrapurush. They believed that the land was worth dying for. The question is simple: do you see a map or do you see a mother? I'm Ramakrishna signing off from Black Track Groups. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.